present in this virtual Google Meet platform. My pranam to all the esteemed dignitaries and respected persons present here. I, Dr. Nivedita Nath, Associate Professor of Department of Anthropology, Kalahandi University, welcome you all to this. Excuse me, madam. Am I audible?
You are audible. Proceed on.
Okay.
Time is getting away.
I, Dr. Nivedita Nath, Associate Professor of Department of Anthropology, Kalahandi University, welcome you all to the 75th episode of this motivational talk series, Uttishtata. Today's episode is a very memorable episode. I welcome our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Sanjay Kumar Satpathy sir, our Registrar, Sri Pitambar Bhoi sir, our invited speaker of the 75th episode of Uttishtata, Abha Mishra Madam, who is the state head of UNDP Odisha, our COF Suresh Pidisika sir, our chairman PG Council, the convener of Uttishtata, Major Dr. Jayadev Sahu sir. I also welcome Dr. Sarita Bag, Assistant Professor of Political Science, Dr. Jarana Rani Dhangra Majhi, Assistant Professor of English, and Miss Lipsa Maharana to this 75th episode of Uttishtata. I welcome all the faculties, all the non-teaching staff, and all other persons present in this platform. At the outset, I'd like to request Miss Lipsa Maharana to sing the welcome song.
Thank you so much, ma'am. ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ମୋର ପ୍ରଣାମ ଶୁଭ ସନ୍ଧ୍ୟା। ଧାଳି ଦିଅ ସାରା ଧରଣୀ ଆଜି ମାରି ଆସି ତୋର ଘର ଅନ୍ଧାର ମନେ କଣ୍ଟକ ବନେ ଦିଅ ଆଲୋକର ଇଶାରା ଅନ୍ଧ ମୁଁ ଯଦି ବାଟ ଯାଏ ଭୁଲି চলাইনি হে হাত মোর ধরি আজি ধরারি অবসাদ ঘেরে তুমারি মূর্ছনা খেল মন্তরে অহরহ তুমি পাশে পাশে রুহ তুমি কি এ মন পরা ঢালি দিও সারা ধরণী আজি ଅନ୍ଧାର ମନେ କଣ୍ଟକ ବନେ ତୁମରି ଆଶିଷର ଧାରା। ଧନ୍ୟବାଦ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ପ୍ରଣାମ।
Thank you so much, Lisa, for this very beautiful song. Now I request our registrar sir, Sri Pitambara Bhoi, sir, to give the inaugural address. May I now request once again our registrar, Sri Pitambara Bhoi sir, to give the inaugural address.
Madam, we may skip it.
Okay, thank you, sir. Now it's time to listen to our esteemed speaker of this 75th episode, Miss Abha Mishra Madam, who is the state head of UNDP Odisha, and she'll be speaking on my journey in UN. But before that, I'd like to request Dr. Sarita Bag, Assistant Professor of Political Science, to introduce our esteemed speaker of the day, Madam Sarita Bag.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible, madam?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Okay, okay. Thank you, ma'am. Samastanko moru pranam. Good evening to everyone. It's a great opportunity and utmost honor and privilege for me to introduce the eminent guest of this occasion, Madam Abha Mishra, Head UNDP Odisha. Once again, I welcome you, madam. Namaste, ma'am. Abha Mishra, ma'am. Most welcome to Kalahandi University. And I'm really thankful to Honorable Vice Chancellor Kalahandi University, Professor Satpathy sir, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much, sir. Ms. Abha Madam is a postgraduate MSc in Development Anthropology with over 30 years of experience of project management, advocacy, action-based research, and implementation of national and community-level development projects. Madam has worked with various state-level NGOs at the previous institutions such as at international university like University of Frankfurt, Germany, University of Edinburgh, Scotland, and University of Greenwich, London. Madam has worked extensively in the field of disaster risk reduction, livelihood, housing, women empowerment, and tribal studies. Ma'am joined UNDP in December 1999 to support state governments across India on the issues of disaster management and within the framework of disaster risk reduction. And also ma'am has worked on issues like housing, livelihood, gender, and many more aspects. Currently madam is working as state head Odisha United Nations Development Program, and ma'am is providing support to various projects like rural housing, disaster management, and coastal resilience, waste management, skilling, and livelihood promotion being implemented in the state of Odisha. Madam, we are really privileged to have you as our guest for the occasion, and we are really curious to know more about you, your journey to the UN. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for accepting our invitation and gracing the occasion. Thank you once again. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Sarita Madam, for this beautiful introduction of our invited guest, our invited speaker today. And may I now request our invited speaker, Miss Abha Mishra Madam, to deliver her speech on my journey in UN. Madam, once again, I welcome to you this platform, and the platform is now yours, and we are eagerly waiting to listen to you. Madam, kindly unmute yourself.
Yes. Thank you. Good evening. And in the initial, I should thank Sanjay sir for inviting me to your university virtually. And thank you, Sarita ma'am, for such a nice introduction. Thank you, Nivita ma'am. And thank you to all the participants who are here gathered here to know something more about me and my journey to the UN. If I really look back, I was born in a family of army officer and have traveled all across India. I came back to Odisha when I had just completed my +2. मैम गोटे जिनस अछि कि हमें ओडिया और इंग्लिश रे कहबा ना खाली इंग्लिश रे कहबा
ना मैडम दीटा को मिसे की कोंत
पूरा दीटा को मिसे की कोंतु किछि असुविधा नै
ठीक अछि नै मु सेति पय कहली कि समस्त जे अछंती ओडिया रे कंफर्टेबल थिबे तो ओडिया रे कहिले भी चलिबो
आराम रे whatever comes from within you tell that.
Okay. ठीक अछि, thank you.
Even you can tell in poetry, Abha.
No, I'm sorry. I am very bad at poetry. I have nothing, no literally bones in my whole body.
Very good, impressive.
Right. तो जेतले ओडिशा में मु आसिली +3 पढ़िया को स्टुअर्ट साइंस कॉलेज रे पढ़िली मोर सब्जेक्ट थिला सीबीजेड केमिस्ट्री बायोलॉजी जूलॉजी आउ तापर मु जॉइन करली बाणी विहार एंथ्रोपोलॉजी डिपार्टमेंट रे एंथ्रोपोलॉजी डिपार्टमेंट रे जेतले पढ़िली और जो हमर गोटे कॉलेज रे थाए गोटे प्रोजेक्ट वर्क सेटा करिवा को गली मु लांजिया सोरा गुमा ब्लॉक ले जो आजकल गजपति रे अछि सेठी मोर मन हैला कि डेवलपमेंट सेक्टर रे काम करिया कथा आउ कहीं ए जिनसटा मु कहली आमे समस्ते एस्पायर करू कि आम बापा माँ एस्पायर करती भी इंजीनियर हो डॉक्टर बनो कि गोटे गोटे गवर्नमेंट चाकरी करू बट ता छड़ा भी आउ ये दुनिया रे बहुत प्रकार काम अच्छी जोटा अपन करि परिबे आपनकर इच्छा हेले आउ आपनको दृढ़ विश्वास हबा दरकार अपन निज उपरे मु से जो छोटो 1 मंथ रो जो फील्ड वर्क करली तापर मोर बहुत इंटरेस्ट रहिला कि मु डेवलपमेंट सेक्टर रे करिवि कहीं मु बहुत जिंस देखी छी बहुत प्रिविलेज्ड लाइफ करिकी ऐसी पाइथिली आउ मु ट्राइबल और फॉरेस्ट्री सेक्टर रे काम आरंभ करली जेमती सरिता मैडम कहले मु विभिन्न एनजीओ मानकर आम ओडिसा रे एनजीओ मानक संगे काम करली आउ तापरे विभिन्न इंटरनेशनल यूनिवर्सिटी संगे रिसर्च प्रोजेक्ट हेरिकार संगे काम करथिली ता सेही समय रे गोटे सुपर साइक्लोन आसिला सुपर साइक्लोन 1999 रे आसिला आ आपण समस्त जानथिबे जे न जानि चंती भी जानिबा निहायती दरकार कि आमे पाखा पाखी 10,000 लोक लॉस करथिलु सेही समय रे आउ क्षयक्षति आमर बासगृह जीविका कि अलगा जोटा निहायती दरकारी जो जिनस अच्छी सेटा देखिले बहुत हेइथिला आ जो सबुटु बड़ जगह थिला एडसेमा ब्लॉक से एडसेमा ब्लॉक रे तो अगर आपण पाद दे 5 मिनिट ठिया हे गेले बहुत बड़ कथा थिला एते गंधौ थिला कहीं कि सड़ा मांस से पशुर हो पारे पक्षीर हो पारे मनीषर भी हो पारे यही प्रकार थिला जो प्रकार से ही समय मु यूएनडीपी रे आमे पाठ पढ़िला बेले आमे यूएनडीपी युक्त राष्ट्र संघ जानी थिलु बट ता भितरे केमती पसिबो सेटा आमे केई जानिनु से कोठी काम करे को विषय रे काम करे तार भी किछिटा कुंचित भावरे आमे सब जानिचु काहे कि आमे समस्ते किछि ना किछि पाठरे पढ़िचु सुपर साइक्लोन आसला परे मु जेहेतु एनजीओ मानक संगे काम करथली हमको जना पड़ला कि से मानकर गोटे स्वच्छासेवी दरकार स्वच्छासेवी माने आमे जेंती आगरु जानिथिलु स्वच्छासेवी स्वयं इच्छा रे काम करिवे बिना पैसा रे भी करिवे सेही प्रकार नथिला यूएन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जो 190 देशर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन अच्छी धीरे धीरे जितले संख्या देशर संख्या बढ़ुची सेटा भी बढ़िबो से 190टा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन गवर्नमेंट रो संघ ता भितरे गोटे तांको वॉलंटियर दरकार थिला एई क्षतिग्रस्त जिला गुड़ारे काम करिया को आ सेठी मु प्रथम मोर इंटरव्यू दबा को गली एबे भी आपण किछिटा जानि पारुथिबे कि ओडिया रे कोठी कोठी मोर भूल रही छी काहे कि मु केबे भी पाठ पढ़िनी मु जहा सिखी छी कथा कहि कि सिखी छी धीरे धीरे निजे पाठ पढ़ी कि सिखी छी बट छुआ बेलरो सेटा ओडिया भाषाटा पढ़िनु काहे कि हम ओडिसा बाहरे रहिलु आ ओडिसा बाहरे रखले विभिन्न राज्यर विभिन्न जो कहती लैंग्वेज पढ़ाई छी कहले केमती काम करि परिबे मु कहली आपण माने जेतले बुझी परचंती आ आदिवासी भाई माने जेतले आ आदिवासी एरिया रे मु काम करि परची मु निहायती काम करि परिबी सो सेठी जो सबुटो प्रथम जिनसटे से माने देखिले और कहिले कि मोर विश्वास अछि कि मु काम करि परिबी सेटा गोटे बहुत इंपोर्टेंट थाए तापरे बालेश्वर डिस्ट्रिक्ट रे काम करा हैला पाखापाखि 2-3 वर्ष सेठी 2 वर्ष पाखापाखि काम करली तापरे भुवनेश्वर आसी की काम करली सेठी कौन करली आपदा प्रबंधन उपरे आजी आम ओडिशा राज्य एते उच्च कोटीर राज्य मना होची जो आपदा प्रबंधन उपरे बहुत बढ़िया काम करूचंती सेटा जो मूल दुआ खोलिबाटा आमे सबू ताधरे योगदान देइछु तापरे आमे ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट रिपोर्ट्स गुड़ा थाए ता भितरे काम टिके करा हैला रिहैबिलिटेशन रिसेटलमेंट पॉलिसी जो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ ओडिशा रो आउ इंडस्ट्रियल पॉलिसी तयारी हेतला ता देहरे मोर टिके योगदान थिला एई संदर्भ रे आउ गोटे कथा कहबा को चाहूची कि यूएनडीपी कोन करे यूएनडीपी रो तीनटा मुख्य धारा अछि गोटे हैला से इंस्टीट्यूशंस जोटा थाए से जुडिशियल सिस्टम हो गवर्नेंस सिस्टम हो से मेडिकल सिस्टम्स हो जहाँ सिस्टम्स ताकू सुदृढ़ बनेबार काम करे तो आमे ता भितरे विभिन्न पॉलिसी डॉक्यूमेंट्स गवर्नमेंट को हेल्प करू जेमती डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट एक्ट आमे ताकू बहुत हेल्प करलु प्रिपेयर करिवा को ताकू केमती ग्राउंडिंग करा हबो ता पई भी करा हैला आपण समस्ते जानि चंती जेमती कोविन ऐप अछि आपण समस्ते कोविन ऐप रे रजिस्टर करथिबे आपण जेतेले इम्यूनाइजेशन आपण को टीका नवा को पड़ला कोविड-19 रो सेटा आमे तयारी करलु हेल्प करलु गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया को सेटा तयारी करियो को आजी एटलीस्ट 10टा आउ कंट्री अछंती जो जगह रे सेटा इंप्लीमेंट करा ही जाईची गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया तकू सेटा देइचंती सेकेंड हैला हमरो सबुटो बड़ो काम अछि इंक्लूसिव ग्रोथ रो अर्थ अछि आमे समस्ते जेति की लोक अछंती ए पृथ्वी रे को वर्ग caste, creed, culture, religion doesn't matter. We work for everyone and we want to make them a part and parcel of it. So, amaro tribal sector re काम करू, आमे transgender संगरे काम करू, आमे disabled person संगरे differentially abled, not disabled but differentially abled person संगरे काम करू. We work with corporates, we work with the communities. So all people are there somewhere or others. We are bringing in small activities so that a change can be made in the lives of these people and we can make them a part and parcel of the inclusive growth. And the third component which we are working on is energy, environment, and resilience. Environment is also a big portfolio. जोतरे आमे विभिन्न छोटो छोटो काम करी कि बायोडाइवर्सिटी बोर्ड संग्रे हो आपन करो गोटे आमे ओडिसा रे गोटे बढ़िया काम करछु जो स्प्रिंग रिवाइवल रो अछि माने आदिवासी जो हिली एरिया गुडा अछि हिली एरिया रे आपन देखिबे जेंति आपन को कलहांडी रे छोटो छोटो झरणा थिला से झरणा कोठी लुप्त पाई जाउची आउ केबे केबे एमती भी होउची कि से झरणा रो व्यवहार प्रॉपर करि पारुनु तो आमे ताधरे एबे कोन करछु गोटे स्प्रिंग एटलस बना होउची स्प्रिंग एटलस रो आपनकर जो ट्रेडिशनल नॉलेज अछि ताकू केमती आमे कैप्चर करिकी सेमन को यूज करके मॉडर्न टेक्नोलॉजी रे आमे वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग water conservation, water budgeting for proper use kari pariba and seta ghara ghara re kimti asi paribo. That is another thing. That is one of the things which is doing. आपनकर कोस्टल रेजिलियंस आपन जेंति डिजास्टर रेजिलियंस कथा कहला सिमती आपनकर विभिन्न प्रकार अछि ड्राउट मिटिगेशन दरकार आपनकर हीट वेव मिटिगेशन दरकार आपनकर साइक्लोनिक स्टॉर्म अर्थक्वेक प्रिपेयर्डनेस दरकार एई विषय रे भी हम बहुत करू. कमिंग बैक टू व्हाट मु कोन करली तो मु डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट रे पाखापाखी 4टा ना 5टा स्टेट से डायरेक्ट हैंडलिंग करी सिक्किम, वेस्ट बंगाल, दिल्ली, उत्तराखंड, उत्तर प्रदेश रो मु आगो डायरेक्ट इम्प्लीमेंटेशन करली जेमती हमरो एठी ओएसडी में तयारी हेची सेमती एई 5टा स्टेट्स रे विभिन्न स्टेट्स रे भी आमे तयारी करलु छोट एमती इंस्टीट्यूशनल मैकेनिज्म आ धीरे धीरे डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल पर्यंत नेकी करलु तापरे आमे टिके आउ ऊपरे उठी की नेशनल लेवल रे नेशनल डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट अथॉरिटी आउ इमानकु सपोर्ट करलु एनआई नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ होम अफेयर्स इमानक संगे काम करली मु को टॉपिक भी अगर आपण देखिबे साइलो रे हे पारेनी तारो कोठ ना कोठी लिंकेजेस थाए तो जितले हमें डिजास्टर मैंने या आपदा प्रबंधन कथा कहूछु आपदा प्रबंधन खाली इकुटिया रे जेमती ओएसडी में खाली काम करले हे परिबो नाही ता धेरे आपनकर जे पंचायती राज डिपार्टमेंट अछि जे प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना या बिजु पक्का घर देउची कि आपनकर अर्बन डेवलपमेंट डिपार्टमेंट अछि जे जगह मिशन करूची सेमानक संगे मिसिबा को पड़िबा प्लस प्राइवेट जो बिल्डर्स अछंती काहे अगर आपन हाउसिंग स्टॉक सुदृढ़ न रहिबो तो आपनकर लॉसेस बहुत हबो घर दबा को पड़िबो धरंतु को एग्रीकल्चर कथा कहउछती एग्रीकल्चर खाली इकुटियास एग्रीकल्चर वाला नुहे आपन जे सीड प्रोडक्शन करची जे मार्केटिंग करूची जे आपनकर स्टोरेज करची स्टोरेज गोदाम करची से माने समस्त मिसिबे तो आमे ए जो होलिस्टिक अप्रोच लेकी काम करलु ता सहित गोटे जिनस आमे बहुत देखिलु कि बहुत थरे आमे स्त्री लोक मानकर स्पेसिफिकली स्त्री लोक मानकर झियो मानकर छाड़ी दो कोठी काहे कि हमरो एबे भी सब बेले भाबिबार अछि कि पुरुष लोक ही आम घर को चलै पारिबे जोटा to a certain extent is correct when they are the only working person. But if you look at even an agrarian society, the agriculture, the initial, the plowing of the fields were done by men. The seed sowing may be done by men, but the transplantation was done by women. The weeding was done by women. The cutting was done by women. The cleaning of husk was done by women. Marketing was done by men. But again, making the grains into rice was done by women. At gharare dhinki kutiki korthule. भात रांधिबाटा झियो स्त्री लोक माने करथुले कि झियो माने करथुले तो सब बेले कोन रहिची वी हैव टू थिंक अबाउट इट in a holistic fashion but जेतले नुआ डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट आरसिला तो खाली पुरुष मानकर strengthen करिबा को गलु but that was changed midway and we brought in more and women so women sensitization program was one of the things and youth were also one of the things young people जो माने कॉलेज हेरिका पहुंचती से माने बहुत volunteer हे किया संती so we also worked with them. Then what we did was also we also worked with children because many a times agar apankar kaharo mane thibo gobar घाटा रे गोटे बालेश्वर डिस्ट्रिक्ट रे गोटे गुरुनी बात्या आसीथिला गोटे नदी रु बाहरी की जोटा गोटे छात को टेकी देकी 25 टा पिल्ला को ऊपर मार पकई देथिला तो सेही प्रकार घटना न घटू कि पिला मानकर बेसी लॉस न हो आमे ताको संगरे भी काम करिवा को ताको भी जणेया को सिखेबा आरंभ करलो काहे कि at the end of the day they are also the future generation so we worked with them also so and then I kept on moving on different topics and different things and working on disaster management, gender, housing, climate resilience, environment. So the journey continues. Today I'm a little more of an administrator, but I still implement some of the programs which is directly under me. And one of them is also SDG, Sustainable Development Goals. Now, what does Sustainable Development Goals really mean? Sustainable development is that whatever we are doing has to be people-centric, will lead to prosperity, and would be sustainable. आगु जिते आम पानी खर्च करूँ आम बापा माँ पार्टी करेंगे पानी कहीं खोलिकी रखीचु दांत घसु तो पानी बंद करके रखु जिते खोलू बट टुडे वी समटाइम्स एटलिस्ट जो सहर गुड़ा लोक कि जो मानकर बहुत पानी अच्छी अभाव नहीं से माने भाभी पारु ना कि जो मानक एरिया रे अभाव अच्छी सेठी केमती चलुथिबे. So we are working towards ensuring certain things and trying to work towards a more sustainable environment. गोटे जिनस आपण मानक समस्त को मन रखिबा को पड़िबो specifically young people that sky is the limit. You have to dream big. You know, I still remember जेतले मु प्रथम चाकरी एनजीओ रे करिया को जाउथली मोर मु जेहेतु गोटे पुरी रो ब्राह्मण शासन रो जियो समस्ते कहले अरे तमे आदिवासी गाँ रे केमती रही परिबो तमे खाइबो केमती कोन खाइबो केमती रहिबो कोन हबो डजंट मैटर से माने भी जो हा खाइबे आमे भी खाइबो जोटा भल लगिबनी सेटा खाइबुनी जो रहिबा तो सेही खटरे सोइबार अछि सेही जगह रे रहिबो टिके कष्ट होई पारे हमर जो लग्जरी अछि सेटा न थाई पारे नहले से माने रहउचंती आमे भी रहि परिबो. So there are you have to believe in yourself. Sky is the limit. आउ गोटे अछि नॉलेज आपन को सब बेले गैदर करिया को पड़िबे कोठी कोन अछि कोनटा आपन करो गोटे विजन डॉक्यूमेंट बनेबा को पड़िबो निजो पई. Where do you want to reach? Once you know where you want to reach आपन ता ऊपर छोटो छोटो steps, and for that also I will say partnership is very important. Taking guidance is very important. आपण पाखरे संजय सर निवेदिता मैडम सरिता मैडम अन्य मानकर बहुत लोक अछंती जो माने से आपण को गाइड करि परिबे. आपण you have to go and seek. They have a lot of people. They cannot give one single person too much of attention. So you have to go and search for that knowledge. कहीं के एटा मु कहिली जेतले मु यूएन जॉइन करली मु भाबिली कि यूएन गोटे यूएनडीपी अछि ना आउ भी कोन अछि यूनिसेफ रो ना सुनथिले डब्ल्यूएफपी ना सुनिथिली. यूनिसेफ जेहेतु कि मा आउ स्त्री लोक मानक संगे काम करंती सेति पय जानथिली. डब्ल्यूएफपी जानथि काहे कि फूड दिए से माने बहुत जंगल गुडा रे जो काम हुए सेठी फूड फॉर वर्क काम करंती से सेति पय ताको मु जानिथिली. बट जेतले मु एठी आसिली बहुत एजेंसीज अछंती आउ से एजेंसी भी अलग अलग काम करछंती. यूनिड गोटे अछि जो इंडस्ट्रियल पय काम करछि आपनकर यूएनएफपी अछि जे पॉपुलेशन रिलेटेड इश्यूज ऊपर काम करूछि एडोलेसेंट ऊपर काम करूछि. तापरे आपनकर यूएनसीडीएफ जो फाइनेंशियल इश्यूज ऊपर काम करछि. All you need to do is आपण को टिके खोजी को पड़िबो. एबे तो आउ भी सुविधा हो जाइछि इंटरनेट अछि आपण किछि नाही आपण वीडियो देखंतु आपण गीत नाच सब जिंस देखंतु बट ता सहित आपण आ गोटे काम करिवे सब बेले एटलीस्ट 5 मिनिट 10 मिनिट टिके विभिन्न ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल डेवलपमेंट और ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ऊपर करि परिबे. बहुत अच्छी बहुत छोट छोट भी चाकरी अच्छी बड़ चाकरी भी अच्छी. मोर पर्सनल ओपिनियन अच्छी जेहेतु मु एनजीओ मानक संगे काम करली यूनिवर्सिटीज मानक संगे काम करली एनजीओ ठू मु कम्युनिटी लेवल इन्फॉर्मेशन जानिली. यूनिवर्सिटी संगे जेतले काम करली मु रिसर्च ओरिएंटेशन जानली किछिटा आउट ऑफ बॉक्स थिंकिंग करली. काहे कि आमे सब बेले कौन हुए ना जिते आम चाकरी करवा आरंभ कले आम गोटे बॉक्स भितर रही बट आउट ऑफ बॉक्स केमती थिंकिंग करेंगे सेटा आपको खाली गोटे एकेडमिक इंस्टीट्यूशंस रे मिले कहीं से माने सब बेले चिंता रे थांती इनोवेशंस करती इनोवेट करिया को चेष्टा करती नुआ जिनसो बाहर करिया को चेष्टा करती सेठी शिखिली तापर मु जेतले यूएनडीपी रे आसिली मते आउ गोटे प्लेटफॉर्म मिलला जोठी मु यूएन एजेंसी जोटा 190टा कंट्री रो गोटे बड़ो प्लेटफॉर्म ताको विभिन्न कंट्री रे कौन होची ता विषय रे बट यूएनडीपी जेहेतु गवर्नमेंट संगरे काम करे मु गवर्नमेंट लोकों गवर्नमेंट रो केमती सिस्टम्स थाए से भी सेथि पई गोटे मु सब बेले मते बहुत लोक बहुत थरे कहंती कि आपण सब बेले गवर्नमेंट को बहुत थरे डिफेंड करंती मु कहली मु गवर्नमेंट को डिफेंड करूनी मु सेठी जो माने लोक माने काम करूचंती सेमान को केबे केबे डिफेंड करिवा को निहायती दरकार काकि अगर आपण कोविड रे देखिबे कोविड रे सबटू मैक्सिमम काम के करला आपणकर सेई आशा दीदी आंगनवाड़ी वर्कर आपणकर डॉक्टर्स गवर्नमेंट डॉक्टर्स आपणकर इंजीनियर्स आपण समस्ते से जो गवर्नमेंट ऑफिसर्स अछंती सबु तांकर सेठी काम करले काहे की करले ना से माने बसी गले के चलेइबो के आनिबो के करिबो टीचर मानकर गोटे अलगा मोड करिया को पड़ला से माने जो क्लास रे बसिकी जोमती आइबे मु आपन को सुनोची सेमती ही कथा को कि हमको पाठ पढ़ांती सेटा से मान को हठात ऑनलाइन रे करिया को पड़ला जोटा आज आमे वेबिनार रे करचु न हले भी आपन माने मु आपन को सेठी जाई थांती कलाहांडी को दिन जाई थांती सेठी मु आपन संगे डिस्कशन आज कली हम पखरे बहुत प्लेटफॉर्म हे जाईची ए प्लेटफॉर्म तैयारी करिवार इन इटसेल्फ इज अ बिग स्पेस यूएनडीपी एबे नुआ विजन नहीं कि आसुची कि आमे डिजिटल केमती है परिबा बट डिजिटल इज समथिंग व्हिच शुड रीच द लास्ट माइल मींस अपन को से पहाड़ ऊपर बसी थिबा से गोटे लोकोटा से तक पाखरे भी पहुंचीबार अछि इंफॉर्मेशन सेटा केमती करि परिबे यूएनडीपी आ गोटे जिनसोटा मते जो सिखेला इज दैट वी हैव टू take everyone together. Every stakeholder is very important, irrespective of the knowledge, the expertise, and the outreach. Every individual is very, very important for our work. से प्रकारे जमती संजय सर मते कहउतले कि ताको कॉलेज रे जो स्टूडेंट्स माने अछंती से माने किछिटा जाई कि हेल्प करचंती लाइब्रेरी रे गार्डन्स रे आउ जो मेंटरिंग विलेजेस रे जाई कि मेंटरिंग करचंती छोटो छुआ मानकू आई फील सो हैप्पी दैट वी आर वर्किंग टुवर्ड्स द सेम गोल आई थिंक इट इज excellent way of using the youth because youth for as I have realized in during our disaster days kanki mu Odisha ro super cyclone Gujarat ro earthquake सुनामी मु श्रीलंका जाइथली सुनामी रे प्लस जेएनके अर्थक्वेक फ्लड्स तो रेगुलरली होची जितले सब आड़े एई काम रे जाईची मु सब देखिची यूथ आर वन ऑफ द की इंडिविजुअल्स हु हेल्प विदाउट एनी asking for any benefit the journey has been very nice and I think it is very fulfilling because it gives you a lot of scope to innovate also जेमती आमे immediately जेमती migrants एते return करथले आमे कोन कोलु देखलु गवर्नमेंट बहुत struggle करची केमती कोन करिबा आमे हठात भाबिलु कि नहीं let's make an app गोटे ऐप बनै देलु आ पूरा कर देलु कि जे जोठी अछि ओडिसा रो लोक अछि से माने सेठी रजिस्टर करि के चल जंतु आ तांकर स्किल मैपिंग भी कराला सो दैट पीपल कैन बी एबल टू यूटिलाइज दैट skill set also so there are many interesting short stories in terms of which something which worked moro mone achi gote बहुत स्ट्रगल भी बहुत अच्छी कहीं गवर्नमेंट चेंज हवा को बहुत शीघ्र चाहेनी कम्युनिटी शीघ्र चाहेनी मु आपन को गोटे एग्जांपल दउची जेंती आमे बालेश्वर डिस्ट्रिक्ट रे गोटे अल्टरनेटिव हाउसिंग टेक्निक यूज करथलु आपन नॉर्मल देखिबे जो ब्रिक मेथड यूज करती गोटे कांथ तैयारी करिया को आमे सेमती न करिकी इंग्लिश बॉन्ड न करिकी आमे रैट ट्रैप बॉन्डिंग करथिलु से रैट ट्रैप बॉन्डिंग करिके कि लोक माने भाबिले ता भितरे मुसा रही जिवे आउ काई सेटा छोट छोट होल्स अछि आ बहुत शीघ्र भागी जीव राती अधरे गोटे लोक साबळ धरी धराई ताकू भांगिवा को गले कि भांगी दबा घर से माने भांगी पारले नाही सेटा से घरटा but it was very very interesting too and next day when we came to know we brought everybody together we talked to them and then we found out and the people told about why they went and what they did found and then we found that because that type of bonding would reduce at least 5 to 7% of the cost of bricks so people were interested so you will find a lot of cynicism you would find a lot of criticism even somewhere you will be pulled back by a lot of people but this is very very important for us all of us to understand that there is a difference being made by every work which is being done either by UNDP, by UNICEF, by the government, by NGOs and INGOs. We have recently, I met Sanjay Sitpati sir also in one of the recent meetings which we had with startups. Innovations is very, very, very important. Gote sotto katha koiba kale ame ebes na fancy word de dechu innovation seta hei pare ki UNDP dela ki olga ko agency dela but innovation amaro sabu bele thila आम घर भी सेटा व्यवहार होची कौन होची ना किछि भागी गला ताकू कमे मोड़ा मोड़ी करिके गोटे नुआ जिंस कर दोछु आमे देखुछु कि आम ए जगह रु पानी आसी पारुनी ताकू आमे गोटे को अलगा बाटो करिकी आमे नै आसुछु पानी नै आसीबा पई so there are many of these things which can happen and we are innovating and I think one of the things which the universities can also help is how to capture these knowledge and also the capture the traditional knowledge which is available with the people it's very easy to sit and read books which is written by others but it is very very difficult to actually capture what is information which is available around us and around us and also disseminate it because there are many small innovations and many small things which are happening which should be documented and should be shared with everyone. One of my biggest challenge has also been, and specifically I would address this to all my fellow ladies, teachers as well as students, is that we will have to struggle. We are still in a patriarchal society, so we will have to struggle and we will have to fight. But I think there are a lot of people around us who are very, very supportive. We just need to identify as we go along and take their support. It is not men or women versus, it is both together. And that is how we will have to work. Because sometimes also what happens is that if you give too much emphasis on somebody one, the other may not like it. So we have to be working together. And that is why also UNDP has a very good gender sensitization programs. And we ensure that every work which we do, we ensure that we have gender sensitive indicators. Also our beneficiaries are at least 50% women. Not necessarily we will be able to capture touch all of them, but we are there. Now we are also working with transgenders, and also working with transgenders. uh, Mohan, you want to say something? Okay. So we are also working with them, and we are also trying to see how we can mainstream them in the whole society. Please remember that they are just different from us in terms of their orientations and maybe some physical features, but they are still human beings, and they also deserve our love and affection and respect. Uh, this is very, very important, and this is something which we have also learned as we go through. When the tsunami occurred, and that was in Tamil Nadu, they faced a lot of trouble, and this Tamil Nadu government was the first one to actually come up with some very good programs for them. I would stop here, and if somebody has some queries and want to know more about UNDP or about myself, I would be open for some discussion. I didn't want to, because it becomes too monologue in the on the online also.
Thank you so much, madam, for your deliberation on your journey in event, and it was very motivational and very inspirational. And personally, I'm very glad to know that you are an anthropologist, because so am I.
Oh,
And
good.
uh, and the faculties of anthropology department are also listening to your deliberations, and. Uh, our students and our faculties could also know a lot about the different activities of UNDP. I think they'll inspire and they'll plan accordingly those who want to work in development sector. And ma'am, I have also at one point of my career worked in development sector at Bhubaneswar in now, and also in the Millennium Development Goal program in 2010, which was coordinated by Sravani ma'am.
Hmm.
Savanayoppa.
Hmm.
So thank you so much, madam. And now I request if any of the faculties or students want to interact with Abha ma'am, please. Any faculty or any student, if want to ask any questions or know more about you, please go ahead. And
Yeah, I would also just like to mention one more thing. If the students are also interested in internship or short assignments,
yes,
I would suggest them to go to the UNDP India website,
yeah,
or any of the UN agencies which they want to look at. Do a
yes,
Google search and go to their websites, and you will find some internships coming once in a while. And these internships again are paid internships. They may be just paying very minimal, but they are paid internships. And secondly, if people are wanting to work as the volunteer, while I worked as a volunteer, then moved as a program officer,
yeah,
and today I'm the state head. So volunteering, to start with, volunteering is very, very good. And you have a dedicated website called United Nations Volunteers, so they can also go up to that website and
okay,
check it out, and also apply for the jobs. And they also pay a voluntary living allowance, so it is not as if you are not going to get anything, so you will not be. And please move out of your comfort zones for at least first 5-10 years. I have come back to the state after staying about 15 years outside. I mean, I was born outside, and I was till my 18th birthday I was outside Odisha. Came back, and then was in Odisha for about 15 years, and then went back again outside Odisha, and then have come back. So it is always good to go to different places, learn, and come back. It's not because you have that worldview, get
yeah,
good worldview.
yeah,
And also I'm also keep in mind is because I've already talked to Sanjay sir also. I will also keep in mind and see what are the different other opportunities where we could work with the universities per se also.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. You provided very important information, and definitely will share with our students. And I am also quite confident that few of our students will definitely opt or grab this opportunity, and we will contact you, madam, in case we need any help from you. And now it's time to listen to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir. And here I'd like to mention that Sir is the person who he is the founder of this program or this Uttishtata program, and it's because of his keen interest and untiring effort this program has reached to 75th episode today. And on behalf of everyone, I'd like to thank you, our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, for starting this noble program. And because it has inspired, it has motivated many of the students and faculties, and also peoples outside the arena of Kalahandi University. So now may I request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Sanjay Kumar Satpathy, sir, to deliver the presidential address. Sir, please.
Welcome all of you. I was interested. Some of the students could have asked questions to Abha regarding how to enter into internships and what are the opportunities. Okay, keep that in mind. Contact us. We can channelize you to go ahead, uh, to go global. That is from tribal, working in the tribal areas, sitting in a tribal hut, and going to the level to work for United Nations, to work for the globe. This is not a small journey. So as an individual, we may think of ourselves, our past, our present, or the future is uncertain. We don't know what is awaiting us tomorrow. But it is the bravery of a person who can face the challenges and can go ahead. There are so many opportunities which may be combined. We just cannot say that anything which will come in front of us that is beneficial, that is cooperative, and will get all positive cooperation in that journey. No, many things will come. We can learn also many things out of the negative situations. Experience has no parallel. So the best part of the 75th episode, I just cannot think of. In the first episode, I had started Uttishtata after my joining here as the Vice Chancellor. And the topic of the first episode was Man is not born to defeat.
Yes.
And what we listen today, it is again certifies, acknowledges that you are not born to defeat. You have to win, but you have to go in a steady manner. You have to learn every day. You have to take up challenges. So many things. Go beyond the boundary. Go out of box. Then you can discover the world with the varieties which is waiting for you. Otherwise, a very small circumference, a very small domain will capture you, and you will be unnecessarily bothered, disturbed, engaged with time-consuming activities, with self-centeredness, and talking of the people who are there very near to you and with whom you cannot accommodate. That is a very big world, a universe, and we have to make our journey to know the universe and to know the universe which is within us. That is more important. If we have to win, first we have to win over ourselves. Then we can win over the universe. But what remains? We are unable to win over ourselves. We cannot win over certain habits. We cannot win over what I can say from the management point of view. All the things which are come that can be divided as urgent and important, not urgent and important, urgent and not important, not urgent and not important. All the activities that can be of these 8 types. But we stress on certain things which are urgent, but that may not be important. So from the speech, let me take the core. That is, if you will engross yourself in urgent and not important things, you may discover yourself in a fool's paradise ultimately. But if you are going to the other way, not urgent but important, then you are on the way of Abha Mishra. You can attain heights and ultimately you will get the satisfaction, the self-contentment that yes, God has given me the chance to be a human being and I have contributed something for the globe, because we don't know near how many people we are indebted. The list of indebtedness of Abha is very high because she has traveled all through for the last 18 years, for the past 18 years of her life throughout the country. How many people, how many families, how many friends would have come on the way? We cannot compare that with the person who is born, studied in a particular area. It may be thousands of times more than the person who is in one area for 18 years. So the indebtedness is and she has gone up to the level of an UN man, UN personal, and serving the globe. So that indebtedness which is there before our birth, because all those who have looked after our mother, fed her, taught her to be a good child, we are also indebted to them. So this list of indebtedness, the heaviness of indebtedness will be lessened if we are working for others, thinking of self, thinking of the family, thinking of only the near and dears is not suffice. We have to think of the globe. So think of the globe, go out of the box. I can again underline about our speech. And if you need to be a global person, you can contact us. We'll show you the way. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your ever motivating and inspiring words. And we all are learning from you how to work hard and think out of box and to do hard labor to achieve things in life and also to work for the community. You are a role model. And I, on behalf of everyone, grateful and thankful to you for all your efforts that you are taking to take Kalahandi University to a new height. Thank you once again, sir. And now we have stepped into the last phase of the episode. Now I request Dr. Jharana Rani Dhangra Maji to propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Good afternoon, one and all present here. With the permission of the chair, I, Dr. Jharna Rani D.H. Majhi, Assistant Professor, PG Department of English, Kalahandi University, on behalf of the university, would like to extend vote of thanks to all the participants who spared their valuable time to make the 75th episode of Utistada a success. First of all, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir Professor Sanjay Satpathy, for adding a glorious chapter to the history of Kalahandi University by introducing the motivational talk series called Utistada by inviting eminent persons to motivate the students and faculties of this university alike. Today marks the 75th episode of it, And it is a coincidence that the nation is also celebrating the 75th years of independence as Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Thank you very much, sir, for being the visionary leader that the university will always be proud of. Next, I would like to thank our honorable speaker of the day, Ms. Abha Mishra, the state head of UNDP, for sharing her life journey with us and to have enabled both the faculties and students to rethink about the role and the important role which the UN has been playing to achieve a just, inclusive, sustainable, eco-friendly, gender-sensitized society. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing with us your valuable experience and guiding us to the path called Seva Hi Parama Dharma. Next, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Major Dr. Jaydev Sahu, our PG Council Chairperson and the convener of Utishthata, and for making these 75th episodes of Utishthata possible. Thank you very much, sir, for constantly striving to make Utishthata always relevant to the teachers and faculties alike. Next, I would like to thank our Honorable Registrar, sir, our Honorable COF, sir, Honorable CEO, Controller of Examinations, sir, for providing us with all kind of support to make this event a success. I would especially like to mention a name of Dr. Nivedita Nath and Ms. Sarita Bak, Lipsa Maharana for successfully conducting the session, moderating, introducing and conducting the session. Next, I would like to thank you, all my colleagues, and I'd like to thank my colleagues, my students for being a wonderful audience for this occasion. And last but not the least, thank you to our technical staff, without whose support the 75th episode would not have been possible. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Um, Thank you so much, Jarana Madam, for proposing the vote of thanks so nicely. And now it's time to conclude the session with Santi Patha. Now I request Ms. Lipsa Maharana to do Santi Patha. Lipsa, are you there?
Uh, Nivedita, probably she has left. I have seen her
Okay, sir.
left, not joined again. Kailash is there.
Um,
Kailash, today's Santipatha can be by the convener.
So may I now request the convener, actually who is the person behind this program also. He's always, so with so much of interest organizing this event to do Santi Patha. Uh, Dr. Jaydev Sahu, sir.
Madam, uh, I am thankful to you, but may I request you to do it, please? Thank you.
Uh, okay, sir. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्तिः 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 So we have reached to the end of this glorious session, this glorious episode of Uttishtata. Now, may I request our Honorable Vice Chancellor to declare the meeting closed?
Yes, this is a milestone of our journey. We'll go ahead, but this episode may change the life of listeners and their near and dears in future. This will be a living episode for the future of the globe. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Today is a very special episode. Actually, everything is managed by Madam. Chief Speaker is our Madam. moderator is our madam. So that was our motto. That madam will conduct the whole session except our Vice Chancellor sir. So, madam, thank you, madam. Namaste, and
Thank you so much.
thanks a lot, madam.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you all.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for having me. Namaskar.